Listen, I know why you're here. You read the title, you know what's going on. And the sad fact is, it is right. Roblox's front page sucks now. I mean, look at this one for example. Let's see. +1 speed keyboard escape. Wow, sounds thrilling. Let's check it out. Come on, finish loading. Must I even say anything? This game was clearly made with the intention of grabbing a quick handful of cash. And unfortunately, Roblox rewards such behavior by putting them right at the top of top trending, along with other cash grab games, such as you know who. And just to add, it's completely okay if you play these games. So moving on from that, let's talk about the whole point of the video. That being that I, fashey, want to create my own front page. Now, you may be wondering how this will work, but it's simple. Basically, I'll be choosing 10 games to add to my front page. I'll try not to be too biased, but hey, it's my own opinion, so no need to attack me if you disagree. Well, let's get started, shall we? Well, here we are. This is the first game. This one is actually pretty popular, so unless you've been living under a rock, you know what it is. But since I respect all people, even rock dwellers, I'll explain it anyways. This is the Battle Bricks, a single-player game made by Bucket Hazard. It is characterized by its huge inspiration from the Battle Cats, and yet it manages to be one of the most unique games on Roblox. And I won't go too much into the gameplay here, but it's quite simple, really. Basically, you have to spawn units to defend your base, but the real fun is the strategy involved. Unlike many other games that force you onto a specific playstyle, the Battle Bricks incentivizes you to think outside the box by changing your loadout depending on the stage. Although some loadouts may take you farther than others, it is quite literally impossible to win every stage using just one, which makes the gameplay overall less stale. But of course, let's stop the glazing for a second. As we all know, every game has its flaws, and the Battle Bricks is no different. One of its flaws is just how unbelievably long it takes to complete. Although some may argue that adds charm to the game, just completing the game on 1 star whilst in normal mode takes multiple hours, if not days. But in the end, it's just an overall solid game, so I'm adding it to the custom front page. So let's move on to the next game.
She was a fairy.
Yes, I'll be creator. This right here is one of my favorite games in the entirety of Roblox. What makes it so charming for me is the nearly limitless possibilities it has. I mean, let's see. FNAF, check. A literal calculator? Also check. A machine you can waste your life away gambling on? Yeah, well, you get the point. You can create literally anything. That is, as long as you know how to do so. I'd also like to be honest here and tell you that learning the basics is quite hard. But if you're bored, creating stuff, even if not serious, with your friends or by yourself can be really fun. Hence why I'm adding it to this front page. Anyways, let's just move on to the next game. Oh hey, this is the third game. This one was actually popular for some time, but it died out. Well, if you weren't there, this is Dingus, a game made by Decimal Cubed. In this game, there are 2 different roles, the hunters and the hiders. The hider's job is to finish tasks. The way it's done depends on the round, whilst hiding as NPCs. Meanwhile, the hunter's job is to stop the hiders from completing their objective by killing them. And if a hunter shoots a NPC too many times, they get fired. In the end, this turns into chaotic fun. I don't know why, but trying to complete tasks while a hunter or more is breathing down your neck is pretty fun, and vice versa. There is one huge problem, I gotta be honest. The fun you're gonna have hugely depends on who you're playing with. For example, sometimes there can be hunters who just camp a red task, whom only hiders can do. And in other times, there can be people who actually play fairly. But let's be honest, that's just how it goes with multiplayer games, and that's more than common. So I've decided to add this to the front page anyways, as you could have lots of fun in the right lobby. Well, time for the next game. Excuse me, viewer. It would appear that we encounter ourselves inside the fourth game. It's more than likely that you already know which this one is. Mostly because of the absolute glazing some YouTubers give this game. But I'll still tell you anyways because I need the content, okay? And I won't give a great explanation either, since I suck at this game. Okay, so this is Nullscape, a roguelike game made by Mart Waterimp. The way it works is basically that you choose your enemies, curses, but also upgrades. And you gotta collect these floating dark gifts from the ground, kinda like Pac-Man. But that's pretty much everything I'll be able to say, as I'm not super experienced. And also because I don't want this video to be an hour long. For the upside, I believe this game can be really fun if you like roguelikes. However, it can get quite complicated quickly, making it not really a game for me. Besides that, I believe this game could be fun for others, so I'm adding it to the front page. Well, now that that's over with, time for the next game. Here's the fifth game. What? Surprised. So was I. This is Rain World Obby, made by Eggplants. And at first, this looks like a low-effort obby with relatively low budget. But then you reach that one part. Yep, it just turned into freaking Block Tails. And you might argue, but why not just put Block Tails here instead? Well, this isn't the only trick up this game's sleeve. I'll have to stop the music because of fake copyright, but that's the whole flowery boss fight. You want to know the worst part? This hidden gem has absolutely 0 players. And it has so many neat little references too. It's quite impressive. So I've decided to add it to this front page to hopefully get it the attention it deserves. Personally, the only problem here is that Roblox flagged it as 16+, sadly making many of you not be able to play. But that's fine. Well, let's just get to the next game, shall we? I ran out of creative intros for these, so I'll just start. This right here is Baldi Frenzy, made by the Fiery rebranded group. This is an asymmetrical game based on another game, Baldi's Basics. And if you don't know what that is, then well, wow dude. Anyways, moving on, it basically works as normal Baldi's Basics, but multiplayer, and one of the players is Baldi. Well, it's not a direct copy either, as it has different maps, objectives, etc. And before I get the 50 Forsaken comments, no, this came before Forsaken. Wake up, kiddos. I believe this simple yet effective game can be quite fun, and it's quite fast to learn. I don't have much to add here. It just felt like a fun addition to the front page. And I also wanted to add this absolute banger playing in the background. Yeah, I also recommend playing with a friend or for better experience. And that's all for Game 6. Let's move on.
I'm coming!
I mentioned this one before in Game 5, so not a big surprise it's here. I felt like it was kind of forceful for me to add this here. I mean, I've seen nitrogen monoxide games with more glaze. Anyways, this absolute donut of a game is called Block Tails, made by the Spaceman Moonbase group, and honestly, it deserves the fame. Best way I can describe it is that it's an RPG, meaning you play as a character who completes tasks and defeats enemies within its world for progression. There's a whole lot more to it, but I'm not going to go over all of it as it'd be more fun for you to find the mechanics out yourself. Also cause I want to cover all 5 chapters. My personal favorite part is the story. It manages to have a pretty interesting story with unexpected plot twists. Although I will admit that I really suck. So my personal way of knowing it is from other talented people on YouTube. Well, moving on. This game will always be loved dearly by the Roblox community as a whole. And well, yeah, obvious addition to the front page. Hey waiter, next game please. Oh, would you look at that? Another RPG game. This is essentially the closest thing we have to a whole Pokemon game inside Roblox. This is the one, the only, Lumion Legacy by the Llama Train Studio. And well, it really impresses me that this even exists. If you know the bare minimum of Pokemon, you know how to play this game. But basically, you catch and train various fictional creatures and put them in your team. You can then use this team to battle various trainers or other creatures. And of course, since this is also an RPG, you also follow a whole storyline, which I do not care much about, as the gameplay is better. Something you gotta count for though, is that the game isn't finished. I mean, the story is already pretty far, but the actual game itself isn't done yet. Even if the game has turned 7 years old pretty recently. I don't mean the overall mechanics aren't finished, just the last areas and battle theaters. This is likely one of the most grind-heavy games in the front page, tied up the battle bricks. So if you're into a longer gameplay and exploration games, this might be the game for you. Also, before we move on, I'd like some appreciation for my favorite Lumion by giving them 5 seconds of screen time. Okay, Vesperatu, leave. No more screen time. Let's just go to the next game. Yes, the second to last game. And this one, it's likely one of the most popular here. You know the deal? I'll explain what it even is, even though you've likely heard of it. This right here is Regretivator, made by the group the Axolotl Sun. It is inspired by another game, named the Normal Elevator, but that doesn't stop its originality. Basically, like the normal elevator, you go onto an infinite elevator that randomly generates floors. These floors are completely random. There can be obbies, boss fights, etc. But my personal favorite part is the characters, and there are many interactions. For example, this right here is Melanie, easily one of my favorite characters. Solid S tier. Oh wait, what was I doing? Anyways, ignoring that. These characters may appear from floor to floor and talk with each at each floor. I really like each interaction, as it makes you think about just how much time they have put in this game. Oh yeah, and did I mention the collabs? Yep, this game collabed with multiple other games and even shows, for example, as shown in the background, BFDI. And honestly, it's just fun to begin with. Trying to get a high floor streak is impressively challenging, yet fun. So yeah, you guessed it. That's why I decided to add it to this front page. Okay, last game. Here we go. Here we are, the last game on the front page. Just by the background, you can already tell what it's about. This right here is Better Discovery, a game or, well, tool made by Myriad Sorcier. This right here is one of the only reasons this video ever came out. The way it works is simple. Instead of you having to search for a good game on Roblox, you can just use this to find actual good games. And you don't even have to watch some bum like me to give you games to play. You may argue this isn't even a game, and well, you are sorts of right. I was actually planning to put the Eye of Death here, but with the update right around the corner, I'd rather not already have an outdated video. And well, yeah, this was the next best thing, as this can be a really useful tool if you're bored. Therefore, a good addition to the front page. Wait, the video is over already? Well, that was quick, eh? Well, thanks for getting this far into the video. Have a good day. And don't forget, too,